Hey, what's going on, Internet? It's Will here, and it is December 9th, 2017. Hi. Uh, the week has just, the week is ending, and it has been an incredibly crazy week. So, let me see if I can try to explain everything that happened in this video and just kind of go into everything. The week's not over. I was actually going to save this video till Monday because it was like my free day off, but I just feel like I have some time now. So let me make a video now so that way we can get through it. Let's get through it together. Anyways, let's get started. So, I had to do a rehearsal on Monday. Sunday, I don't remember what happened. I think I was home for a little bit, and then I had to get picked up by my mother on Monday. So I got picked up by my mother on Monday, and I had to go to rehearsal. And so it's just a regular rehearsal, and everything was not going to plan. Everything was just not fitting, and we were messing up our songs, and we were confused. And it was just a lot of stuff because we didn't get the plot of the show. We didn't understand the show. It was just the show, whatever. So we just kind of were working the kinks just to see how it went. We were getting some sound up stuff, and everything was fine. And then everything went good, and everything was good, and we kind of got it. But I felt, I'm only speaking for myself, I felt we weren't ready. We were I was very confused. I left more worried that the show was going to be this week, and oh my God. So, of course, I have a little bit of a panic attack, and I'm freaking out. I was okay, and I was feeling good because I got the words down, but I was just more afraid of just what was happening in oh my God. I'm oh my God, I don't know what's happening. And I did make a few mistakes, and then I kind of beat myself up about that. So there was that. Moved on to Tuesday, which was yet a dress rehearsal. So we had to come in our dress rehearsal. We had to change into the other clothes. We had an intermission, and we tested the show. And it was just too long. It was taking, and we were standing way too much, and the cues were just a little off. But for the most part, it was decent. And then after that, we just kind of left it like that. So I was terrified. I didn't know if the show was going to work, and we had to perform at a completely different place that was more fancy that we didn't get a chance to rehearse at, but it was a more it was a bigger place. So I didn't know what it was. I had no idea. So we went. So anyways, Wednesday, I went to my therapy appointment. And it was really interesting. I kind of just got to find more about myself, and just, I don't know. So the homework assignment for this week was just to listen to more music, focus on more video games and whatnot. And I've been trying to do the best that I can with that, but it's just been difficult. I know that that's a homework. I know that sounds weird. It doesn't sound like a homework assignment, but what it's supposed to do is supposed to find a way to de-stress me and to make me, just calm. The music part, I've been able to really do a lot more. I got to learn about Joyner Lucas, who I freaking love. I love him. And he's done a lot of albums. I didn't know of him before. He was in 2015. I'm what? He's been out that long and he's not famous yet? What is wrong with people? But it is what it is. I love him, and then Eminem's new song came out, and I was just wow, my God, Untouchable. So I was really excited. So I was just listening to new music and whatnot. And I don't know. So anyway, so Wednesday I was listening to Linkin Park. I was listening to their whole entire discography. I was listening to a lot of music and just kind of chill because I was getting sick and tired of Christmas music. I'm honestly so sick and tired of Christmas music. I just I'm done. I don't want to hear anything anymore, but I have to endure another two shows, and then on top of that, like one more show. And then I don't have to listen to Christmas music for a very long time. So I'm very happy. But anyway, so Thursday we had a performance and we went to like a shop and stroll or stop and stroll. What is it called? I don't know. Shop and stroll, stop and stroll. Basically, they close off a certain section of the street and people are allowed to walk amongst it and stuff, and they can go to the stores and shop, without traffic or anything being interfered or whatnot. So it's kind of like it was a very interesting thing. I didn't know that this existed here. So when we went there, we went to like this restaurant, and the restaurant was like it was a really nice restaurant. It was very big and whatnot. Very nice restaurant. It's like a pub-esque thing. Anyways, we were going to perform, and there was another choir like that was before us, like a school chorus that was before us. And so they came in, and then they got like around a garage door that was next to like the soda machine. So they sung really decent and stuff. They were really good. And then we went on a little bit afterwards, did our whole entire set. I had to do a solo. But the problem was that in the atmosphere in there was that it made my throat dry, and I had a solo. And I'm like, oh my God, wait a minute. Because I didn't find out until, Tuesday, that we were going to go through the whole entire set list of our concert. And I was like, what? So I have a solo on this aspect. So I sing, and I'm singing in this restaurant full of people. And then I cracked a little bit, and like that. Because my throat was so dry, I couldn't go any further. But it didn't appear on the video, so that was great. My mom was like posting up videos on Facebook, and but she did a terrible job. I'm sorry, Mom. Shaking the camera and looking like an epileptic seizure, and I'm just like, okay. So we do the songs, and everything is fine, and everything went great. So they said that we were gonna do a second set. I'm like, really? This quick? So I wanted to make sure if we were going to do a second set or not. And we didn't. So they said, you could just leave. So I just left. Because I wasn't going to sit there. I wasn't going to eat there. My mom and my niece were there, and they were just waiting there. And I'm just like, okay, so we're going to move on. So we left. And we left. And I was like terrified for my life, because when my mom drives at night, it just scares me to death. I feel like I'm gonna die at any point when I drive with her. And I'm sorry, Mom, if you watch this. No disrespect, but damn. Like, if my mom just stayed quiet and didn't comment on every single thing, like if she would stop saying like, I can't see, or stuff like that, I wouldn't be so terrified. Like, if she just stayed quiet and just listened to music and was like singing along to the music, I wouldn't be so scared. I mean, but it is what it is. What was the next thing? What did we do? On Friday? What was Friday? Oh yeah, Friday was the performance. Duh. So I got a ride with another fellow course member, and he was really nice, and we were talking and having a wonderful conversation, and he was telling me stuff about his life, and just kind of just like listening and stuff. Went in there, we got there, we were the first two there at the bigger place that we were performing that night. So we had to do a rehearsal, because this was going to be our first and only rehearsal at this place. So we had to get our stuff together and whatnot. So I went dressed in my suit like an idiot. Reason being is because I felt like I needed to dress in my suit, because I forgot to bring my coat. And it was like cold. Well, it wasn't that cold, but I wore my suit, and I was in that suit all day long. And words cannot express the amount of how much hatred I felt that day for myself, because I felt so silly. But then again, Nobody really made fun of me for it, or nobody commented on it or whatnot. So I didn't eat that day except for like some Cocoa Puffs in the morning. So already I was groggy. I felt really bad. I was nervous, anxious, everything. Like everything was ruining my brain, and I hated it. And I got super nervous. I got super whatever because I didn't know how the show was going to go. I didn't know where we were at. I wasn't used to the place. My brain was just thinking things that I shouldn't have been thinking. Like, that's stupid and pointless. So after we got into the place and people started to show up, I started to get a little more comfortable, but then at the same time I started to get more uncomfortable because, I don't talk to anybody there, and it's not like a bitchy thing. I'm not like being an asshole. At least I don't want to come across that way. It's just I'm terrified of people, so I kind of just like hide in my corner because I don't know anybody. And they're like, well, Will, why don't you just talk to people? And then you get to know people. The more you talk, the more you know. And then my brain tells me this, and I know this. And then the other side is like just telling me, no, it's too dangerous. Don't do it. So I don't do it. I mean, I do talk to a couple people. Like, there were some people that approached me. I spoke to them, and they were really nice. And so that was that. Then I got super nervous when we started to do the rehearsal. We were trying to learn and doing this stuff. And boy, did they edit it. And I was so happy because everything went fine. For the first time, I felt very comfortable with the show. I felt very comfortable. I felt this is going to be a great show. So we do the show. We do the rehearsal. The rehearsal was fine. We had like about an hour and a half to kill. Everybody went out to eat. I decided not to, like an idiot, because I was scared that if I ate something, it was going to affect my performance. Like, I didn't want to get gas or anything like that, or ruin my suit or something like that. So I just kind of said, you know what, I'll wait till I get home. And at that point, I felt so low on energy. I couldn't think straight. I felt very tired. And it was very stupid of me to do that. So I kind of just stood there and stuff. I wasn't thinking about food. It was the last thing I was thinking about. Found a water fountain. I drank out of it, and it was super cold, and I loved it. And that was like the rejuvenation of life. So we went on the stage to do the performance. The performance went great. We've had a few hiccups, but they were not noticeable, which was great. And so it was a very successful show. It was really, really fun, and I enjoyed every minute of it. I enjoyed it as much as I could. There was like, if I look at it from a third standpoint, like from like a third person standpoint, I would have said that I really enjoy it. But like internally and like the work to it was just traumatizing. And I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just the way my mind thinks. It ruined the experience for me. But now that I got it done, I appreciate it more, and I'm glad that I did it. And that's kind of like how I have to live life. I dread something, force myself to do it anyway, but in the end of the day, I'm glad that I did it. All right, so after that, I accidentally took somebody else's suit thinking that it was mine, and I'm like, oh my god, like I took because I had my pants in a separate hanger, I had my sweater in a separate hanger, I had my suit I had my suit jacket and my pants in a separate hanger. So I took two hangers that were right next to each other because I saw the pants were mine, but so I just took the coat that was next to it. And I didn't even think about it, I didn't know, but I stole the suit, somebody else's suit, and I felt so bad, but I knew who it was because I heard a conversation saying, oh, well, my suit's on this wooden hanger or whatever. And I'm so glad that he said that because now I know who the suit belonged to. So I just ran into the thing. Like I sent a message. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I think I have your suit. I don't know. So I'm like running and I'm looking for this man everywhere because I'm like scared. So I like run into the lobby. I don't see him in the lobby. I run into the stage. I don't see him on the stage. I ran to the dressing room and there he was in the dressing room. And I'm like, I'm so sorry, Chris. I'm so sorry. I gave him his suit back. I felt so bad. Like, words cannot express the amount of how bad I felt. I felt like such a terrible person, because I could just imagine how much he would have freaked out, because I know that if I went and then somebody did the same thing to me, how much I would freak the hell out, because I can't afford a suit. It is so ridiculously expensive, and I didn't want to do that. So I just said, I'm so sorry, Chris, this is yours, whatever. I gave it to him. I said, I'm so sorry, and now I'm going to forever be a joke to the course. So, yay. So tonight I have a performance. About maybe my call time is going to be at 6:30. I don't even know what time it is. It's like, I think like 3 something. So in approximately about maybe 4 hours, I will be performing at the time of this video. In 4 hours, I will be performing, and everything will be hopefully good. My family is going to be coming to this performance, so I'm very excited about that. I have no solos per se in this concert, but next week's concert on Saturday I do. So I have a performance today and tomorrow, and then I have a performance on Tuesday, and then, a rehearsal on Tuesday, and then a performance on Saturday. And that one's the one that I have a solo on. But I don't think a lot of people are going to go to that concert, because we didn't advertise it, so sorry. Anyways, guys, I am sorry for, once again, a very long video, but at the same time, I'm just doing videos just to do videos. So if you guys choose to watch all 17 minutes of this, then thank you. And if you choose to watch the first minute and be like, this dude is crazy, then thank you. You're not even going to hear that. So anyways, thank you guys, and I'll see you whenever. Bye.